The stares, the judgment, the overwhelming frustration. If you're parenting a challenging child, you know this moment all too well. The outbursts, the meltdowns, they leave you questioning everything. But what if I told you everything you thought you knew about these explosions is wrong? What if punishments and rewards aren't the solution, and the real answer is something completely different? Today, we're exploring Dr. Ross Greene's groundbreaking book, The Explosive Child. This isn't just another parenting guide, it's a revolutionary way to connect with and truly help your struggling child. By the end of this, you'll see your child's challenges in a whole new light, and more importantly, you'll know what actually works. This is about completely transforming how you understand and help your struggling child. Let's start with the revolutionary premise that changes everything. Kids do well if they can, not if they want to, if they can. Think about that for a moment. Your child isn't choosing to be difficult. They're showing you they lack the skills to handle certain situations. Just like we wouldn't punish a child for not being able to read before they've learned how, we shouldn't punish them for lacking emotional and cognitive skills they haven't yet developed. But what exactly are these missing skills? Dr. Greene identifies several crucial ones. Flexibility in thinking and adapting to change, managing frustration and big emotions, problem solving in real time, processing sensory information, understanding how their actions affect others, shifting from one mindset or task to another. Here's where it gets interesting, and why traditional parenting methods often fail with explosive children. Most approaches focus on motivating better behavior through rewards and consequences. But Dr. Greene's research shows something fascinating. These kids aren't lacking motivation. They're lacking skills. And you can't punish a skill into existence. Let's share a story from the book that illustrates this perfectly. Meet Alex, a 10-year-old who would have massive meltdowns every time he lost at video games. His parents tried everything, taking away games, reward charts, timeouts. Nothing worked. Why? Because they were treating the explosion as the problem when it was actually just the symptom. The real issue? Alex lacked the cognitive flexibility to handle unexpected outcomes and the emotional regulation skills to manage disappointment. This brings us to Dr. Greene's revolutionary approach, the Collaborative and Proactive Solutions Model, also known as CPS. Instead of imposing adult will, Plan A, or giving up entirely Plan C, CPS introduces Plan B, working with your child to solve problems together. Here's the 3-step process that's transforming families. First, the empathy step. Instead of jumping to conclusions or solutions, start with curiosity. When your child melts down about homework, don't lecture. Ask, "What's making homework so hard right now?" Then listen. Really listen. Parents using this approach often discover surprising triggers they never considered. Second, define the problem. Share your perspective without dismissing theirs. "I hear that math homework feels overwhelming. I'm also concerned about you falling behind in class." This validates their struggle while highlighting your legitimate concern. Third, the invitation. This is where the magic happens. Instead of imposing a solution, invite your child to problem solve with you. What ideas do you have for making homework feel more manageable? The solutions kids come up with often surprise parents with their creativity and practicality. But here's what makes this approach truly powerful. It's not just about solving immediate problems. You're actually teaching critical life skills: problem solving, emotional awareness, communication, and compromise. You're showing your child that their voice matters while helping them develop the tools they'll need throughout life. Dr. Greene introduces a game-changing tool called the Assessment of Lagging Skills and Unsolved Problems, ALSUP. Think of it as a roadmap for identifying exactly where your child struggles. Instead of seeing a difficult child, you'll start recognizing specific challenges: trouble transitioning between activities, difficulty expressing feelings in words, or struggling with unexpected changes. Let's talk about prioritizing problems, because you can't tackle everything at once. Dr. Greene suggests focusing on safety issues first, then moving to problems that occur frequently or affect your child's development most significantly. This systematic approach prevents overwhelm and builds momentum through small successes. One of the book's most powerful insights is about timing. Most parents try to teach lessons during meltdowns, exactly when their child is least able to learn. Instead, Dr. Greene advocates for proactive problem-solving during calm moments. It's like building a fire escape before there's a fire, not during it. The book shares countless success stories, but one stands out. A mother described her daughter's complete transformation after 6 months of using CPS. Not only did the explosions decrease dramatically, but her daughter started coming to her proactively when she felt overwhelmed. That's the real goal. Not just managing behavior, but building trust and capability. Remember that grocery store meltdown from the beginning? With CPS, you'd approach it differently. Instead of focusing on the immediate behavior, you'd work to understand and address the underlying challenges. Maybe your child struggles with transitions, gets overwhelmed by sensory input, or needs help managing disappointment. By identifying and addressing these root causes, you prevent future explosions rather than just reacting to them. Here's the beautiful truth. When we shift from trying to make kids behave to helping them build skills, everything changes. The explosions decrease, the relationship strengthens, and most importantly, your child develops the capabilities they need to thrive. Your challenging child isn't choosing to be difficult. They're showing you they need help developing crucial skills. With understanding, patience, and the right approach, you can help them build these skills while strengthening your relationship in the process. But understanding the theory isn't enough. Let's dive into the practical application that makes this approach work in real life. Dr. Greene emphasizes several crucial elements that many parents miss when implementing CPS. First, timing is everything. Many parents try to implement Plan B in the heat of the moment, when emotions are high and thinking is clouded. Think of it like trying to teach someone to swim while they're drowning. It simply won't work. Instead, proactive problem-solving happens during calm moments, preferably before the next explosion occurs. Dr. Greene introduces the concept of triggers and patterns, a systematic way to predict and prevent explosions. He encourages parents to keep a detailed log of when meltdowns occur, what happens just before them, and what seems to make them worse or better. This detective work often reveals surprising patterns that parents hadn't noticed before. Consider this real case from the book. Parents noticed their son exploded every Wednesday afternoon. Initially, they thought it was defiance or tiredness, but careful observation revealed something fascinating. Wednesdays were PE days, and their son struggled with changing clothes in the locker room due to sensory sensitivities. Once they identified this trigger, they could work proactively to find solutions. Let's talk about a critical concept that Dr. Greene calls vapor lock. This occurs when a child becomes so overwhelmed that their thinking brain essentially shuts down. Understanding vapor lock changes how we view and respond to meltdowns. When a child is in vapor lock, trying to reason with them or teach lessons is not just ineffective, it's counterproductive. The book provides specific strategies for preventing vapor lock. Recognizing early warning signs, creating environmental accommodations, developing escape plans before they're needed. Teaching self-awareness techniques. Building in breaks and transition time. But what about school? Dr. Greene dedicates significant attention to helping explosive children navigate educational settings. He introduces the concept of academic triggers, specific situations in the classroom that can lead to explosions. These might include unstructured time like recess or lunch, transitions between subjects, group work, writing assignments, test taking, peer interactions. The book provides a framework for working with teachers and school staff, including how to effectively communicate your child's challenges, setting up accommodation plans that work, creating crisis intervention protocols, building a support team within the school, maintaining consistent communication between home and school. One of the most powerful aspects of Dr. Greene's approach is its impact on siblings. Traditional disciplinary approaches often create resentment between siblings, with non-explosive children feeling either neglected or unfairly treated. CPS offers a different path. When implemented properly, it can actually strengthen sibling relationships by teaching all children problem-solving skills, modeling empathy and understanding, creating a more peaceful home environment, reducing competition for parental attention, building family-wide communication skills. Dr. Greene addresses a common concern. Won't this approach make my child weak or unable to handle the real world? His response is compelling. The real world requires exactly the skills CPS builds: problem-solving, communication, emotional regulation, and collaboration. You're not coddling your child. You're equipping them with essential life skills. The book also explores the impact of explosive behavior on marriages and partnerships. Dr. Greene provides specific strategies for maintaining a united front while respecting different parenting styles, supporting each other through challenging moments, preventing parental burnout, building stronger family relationships through crisis, finding time for self-care and relationship maintenance. Finally, Dr. Greene addresses long-term outcomes. Research shows that children raised with the CPS approach demonstrate better emotional regulation skills, stronger problem-solving abilities, improved relationships with peers, greater academic success, higher self-esteem, better mental health outcomes, more successful transitions to adulthood. Remember, this journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step toward understanding and collaboration is a victory. Every explosion handled with empathy rather than punishment builds trust. Every problem solved together strengthens your relationship and your child's skills. The path ahead may seem challenging, but you're not alone. Thousands of families have transformed their lives using these methods. Your explosive child isn't broken, they're learning. And with the right tools and understanding, you can help them develop the skills they need to thrive. This isn't just about surviving the challenging moments. It's about building a stronger, more connected family. It's about helping your child develop the skills they need, not just for today, but for a lifetime of success and healthy relationships. Now, watch this video showing on screen now, because YouTube believes you'll benefit from it. Thanks for watching.